What's going on, viewers? Thank you for stopping by on the Mondo PC on how to videos. So in this video, we're going to learn how to properly make file folders and how to rename them, and also how to make other folders into a file folder. And we're going to learn how to move the file folders and compress them to save data inside your file, inside on your hard drive. So enough said, we're going to get into this demonstration. So let me explain to you what is a file folder. A file folder is pretty much like, just say you was working in a doctor's office, and every client that come in, you have to make a file for. So you get a folder, like a blue or yellow envelope folder, you know, those goes inside a file cabinet, and you have to write their name on it or whatever numbers you need. And then you put the paperwork that they give you inside this folder. That's pretty much a file folder. You have your documents inside of a folder that you keep track of this person. And then the next person that come in, you get another folder, write their name on it or their birthday or whatever. And then you put their information, documents, inside that folder. And so on and so forth. So that's typically how you make a file folder in a computer. It's the same method, but you're actually creating it and making files and folders to put in there. So in this first demonstration, I'm going to show you how to make a file folder. Okay, we're going to put the file folder on our desktop. Okay, and basically we're going to right click on new, and then you have options here. Okay, so we're going to make a file folder because that's what we want. We want a folder, but there's other options that you can choose. Okay, you can make a shortcut, or you can use Microsoft Office products as such as Microsoft Access Database. You could use bitmap images, Microsoft Word documents, Microsoft Access Database, Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, Microsoft Publisher documents, rich text format, text documents, and Microsoft Excel worksheet. And you can also compress zip folders, or you could compress, you could zip, and basically like a compressed folder that you take all your information and you compress it, so you can condense it, and basically you have more space on your hard drive. I'll explain that later in the video, but for right now, for the start of this demonstration, we're going to make a folder because that's what we want to do. Okay, so we made a folder here. Let me make this a little bigger. The icons a little more bigger than what they are. Okay, I hope you can see this. Move this right over here. Oops. Give me a moment. Okay, now let's move this to up here. You can see it. All right, so we want to rename this. So the quickest way to do it is right click on the folder, go to rename, and then you'll be able to rename the folder. All right, so yes, name this Sunday. All right, as you can see, the name is right there. Now we have a file folder named Sunday. Okay, now I'm going to tell you that you can try to put different characters like an @ hashtag, or $. Sometimes it will let you name that folder that. and other times it won't. I'll give you an example. If you want to rename this folder, right click and go to rename. So now we can rename this folder. But we're going to keep it as Sunday. But just say that we want to put a %sign. Okay, so that time the computer actually let me do it. There's some attributes that you can't use, like characters that you can't use, like a /. There we go. So a backslash, a /, what you call that? 2 attribute signs and 2 dots, a question mark, a quotation mark, or the arrow signs, the greater than or less than. You can't use those symbols when you're trying to rename a folder. So just say we want to give it like a date. So I will use dashes, but you could use dashes. So I'll use today's date is August the 17th, 2020. So I will use 8, then I will use a dash, and then 17, then a dash, 2020. Okay, and press enter. Now we have Sunday, 8 to 17, 2020. All right. Okay. So let's say then we click into the folder to see what's in the folder. There's nothing inside this folder yet. So we're going to make a document to put inside this folder. Okay. So let's create a document. We're going to go down here to this area, this search area. We're going to look for Notepad. Okay, which is right here. This is a document. You could actually create text document inside this application. Just expand it. All right. So just put some text in here. Just write things to do. To do. All right, press enter. Let's do 1. Just say clean house, and say clean car. Okay. All right, so we created a document with a amount of information in there. Now we want to rename this file. We want to rename it. So we're going to go to File. So go all the way up here to File. You're going to do a left click and go to Save As. And we're going to give it a name. Let's call it to do list. Okay. And we're going to put it on the desktop. Okay. And then you could put it on the desktop, or you could put it inside this Sunday folder that's on the desktop. Okay. All right. Let's just put it inside. Let's just put it on the desktop for now. And we're going to save it. And now we can close it. So now our to-do list right here, I'll bring it over here. To-do list document is right here, or text file document is right here. And now we want to move this text document into this Sunday folder. All you have to do is just left click, hold, and drag it to this folder here. And it will say move to Sunday 8/17/2020. And now, as you can see, it's inside the folder. So if I close this folder out, click on Sunday, that text document is going to be right here. All right. Now let's say that we want to create like to-do lists in the morning, to-do lists in the afternoon, to-do lists in the evening time, and we want to make that like folders, you know. So we want to split it up. We don't want all the to-do list to be on one folder. Okay, so we want to split it up with inside of a folder. Okay, very simple. All we have to do is go to new folder, and we can do new. Let's call it new. Okay, press enter, and let's make a new folder. Let's call it evenings. Okay, let's make one more. Let's call it night. Okay, so now we have 3 folders inside this Sunday folder. I'm going to show you again. As we close it out, we double click on Sunday, and now we have folders within a folder. All right, and let's go back to Notepad. Let's make some more documents. Notepad. All right. I'm just going to throw some characters in there. All right. Just save this file. And just to let you know, if you try to close this out, it's going to ask you, do you want to save this file? As it here, do you want to save changes to this untitled? Yes. Save. And we're going to call this things new, and we want to put it inside the Sunday folder, and then we want to put it inside noon. So we click it and we save it there. Hit save. So now when we go to noon, it's right there. Okay, now we're going to create 2 more documents the same way. Go back to Notepad. Make some characters. Let's go to File, Save As. We're going to put evenings. Now we don't want to put it inside the noon folder, so we're going to go back to Sunday. Click on evenings. Okay, I'm going to call it evenings today. Now go to save. And we're going to create one more document. So we're going to go to File, go to New. Let's create something here. All right, let's name this file, Save As. Let's go back to Sunday folder. We're going to put it in the night folder, and we're going to call it night. Sleep. And we're going to save it. Alright, now we can close this window out. Okay, now let's close this out. So now we're still on our desktop. Now we're going to click on Sunday folder, and we're going to see all the folders that we have. We're going to see evening, nights, and noon. If we go to our evening folder, we see our document there. Then we just go back, go to night, night sleep, documents right there. Click Sunday again, noontime, document there. All right, okay. Now let's say that we want to put this document into one of these folders. So what we would do, left click, hold, and drag it to a folder. It does any folder you like. So you're going to put it in the noon folder. So now, if you click on noon, it's right in this folder. Okay. All right. So far, you learned how to create a folder, move things inside of a folder, and you learn how to rename a folder. And also you learn how to make multiple folders within a folder. Okay. All right. So now let's just go back to Sunday and just go back to the desktop. All right. So now I'm going to teach you how to look up information about this folder. Okay. As you see, as you're hovering over it, nope, it's going to do it. You will see the date that it was created. You'll see the size, and you actually see what other folders is within inside this folder. Now, if you ever want to know more information about this folder, all you have to do is just do a left click, right click, go all the way down to properties, and then this will give you a lot more information. So this is the file name. It shows you what type of folder it is. It's a file folder. The location of the folder, which is in my C drive, user, MJ Flex, then my desktop. And you can find that. I'll show you that later on how to actually get to it, because this is the destination. This is the size, and size on the disk is 0 byte because it's in bytes. And what's contained inside this folder. So there's 4 files and 3 folders. It'll tell you Monday, August the 17th, 2020 at 12:07:29 a.m. So this is the date it was created. Now we can hide this folder if we want to. If you don't want nobody to see this folder, we can hide it. And we just hit this button, hit apply, which I'll show you in the, I'll show you that now. So if you want to hide this folder, just click on hidden and pick apply. Now, the next choice, it will say you have chosen to make the following attribute changes hidden. Do you want to apply this to this folder only, or do you want to apply it to all the subfolders in the files? So this means that do you want to hide this big folder, or do you want to hide the big folder in all the other folders that's inside this folder? So do you want to hide the big folder and the noon, the afternoon, and the night, the evenings? Do you want to hide those too? You want to say yes, and then it's going to hide all them folders. So now you do not see that folder on the desktop, and you don't see it. It's gone. So if you don't want nobody to see this folder, that what you would do, you will hide it. Now, let's say that if you go to search, you're not going to unsee it. Just type in Sunday, and you will not see that folder. That folder is nowhere to be found on this computer. Alright. And if you try to search for it, you will not see it. It's nowhere on the computer. It's not there. Okay? But if you want to bring it back, all you have to do is right click. Go to the file folder here. And you can right click anywhere. Just right click. Go to properties. Let's go back to desktop. That's where our folder was at. Sorry. And then you're going to right click. Then you're going to go to properties. Then you're going to go to hidden. Advanced. Hold on. I'm sorry. I forgot how to do it. Hidden items, property. should have been on the property. Hold on, give me one moment. Oh, go to view. That's what it is. Go to view and then click on hidden items. That's how you bring the folders back, so you were able to see them. So you click on hidden items, and now it's right here. So you can actually look in it and see all your information, all your documents. Everything is there. So now before you can click off, because it's kind of in a shadowish looking, it's not fully there, but you'll be able to see it. So if you still don't want nobody to see it, you can also leave it like this, or you can go back here, do a right click, go to properties, and then click this hidden button, unclick it, hit apply. You'll make changes to everything in the folder, and then voila, the folder is fully back. You can actually see it. Okay, now the last demonstration that I will show you is how to compress your file. Basically, it's almost like when you're going on a trip and you have a lot of clothes and you want to put it inside this suitcase. So you take all your clothes and condense it into a suitcase and you zip it up. And then you can actually save a lot of space when you're trying to put luggage inside of a trunk of your car. You only have a such amount of space. So you want to condense all the clothes, put it inside a suitcase, zip it up so it's compressed, it fits, and then you slide it inside your trunk of your car, and now you have more space to put other stuff in there. So that's pretty much what a zip file does. It takes all your file, compresses it, condenses it down to the smallest as it can, and it zips it up. So we're going to do that right now. So what you would do, you would click on it on the folder, right click, and go to send to. When you go to send to, go all the way over to your right, go to compress zip folder. So now you have everything that was here, it's inside here. So now you have a zip folder with all your stuff in there. Okay, it always want to make a copy of it, because that's the case if you didn't want to zip it, you unzip it, but you have your original right here. And now I could sit here and delete the original because I don't need it anymore, because I have all my files zipped inside this folder. All right, so let's recap. So you learn how to create a folder, name a folder, rename a folder, and to create a document, move a document into a folder, and you learn how to save a document into a folder, and you learn how to hide your folder and unhide your folder, and also compress your files. So it was a lot of stuff you learned how to do today. If you practice, you could actually get better at it, and you would know how to make your own filing system that's more custom made for you. Alright, so if you like the content, like and subscribe, and also if you want to give me some tips on how to present a video, or if you have suggestions on what to do a tutorial on, just leave a comment in the comment section, and you may see your comment on the next upcoming videos. So again, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you in the next Mondo PC how-to video.